The Big Weck presents Buffalo on the Rise, sponsored by Dr. Kaplansky Dental Implants. Get new permanent teeth in 24 hours with our exclusive Teeth Now process. Welcome to the television show devoted to local business, Buffalo on the Rise, with your host, Joe Chili. There's an entrepreneurial spirit in Western New York that's putting our area on the cusp of greatness. Each week, Buffalo on the Rise features local business leaders and decision makers who are shaping our future. If it's about local business, we'll talk about it right here, right now, during Buffalo on the Rise.
I'm Joe Chili, and welcome to a special holiday edition of the Big Weck Presents Buffalo on the Rise, with great food and gift ideas, including a visit to Akron to check out Martin's Mercantile. If you can't find it here, you won't find it anywhere. Looking for a great deal on rings, jewelry, watches, and more? Our friends from Airport Plaza Jewelers say it won't cost an arm and a leg. Then savor the flavor of Babcia's Pierogi. Lund is back with a Christmas dish you can enjoy at home with your family. All on this special holiday edition of the Big Weck Presents Buffalo on the Rise.
Hi, in case you don't recognize me, I'm Joe Chili. Mornings from 7 to 9 on Buffalo's oldie station, The Big Weck. Joining us today on The Big Weck's Buffalo on the Rise is Ginger Martin, the owner of Martin's Mercantile. Welcome.
Thank you.
Don't let the hat set you off. As long as you've been good all this year, you haven't been naughty, you've been nice, then we're all in good shape. Let's talk a little bit about Martin's Mercantile itself. How long has it been in existence?
We've actually just celebrated our 3rd year anniversary.
Very nice.
Yeah.
That's very nice. It's got to be kind of exciting for you.
It is.
Now, in the village of Akron, right? Mm-hmm. So tell us, what I always wondered, now, where did you get the idea for this? Was it something you've always wanted to do?
Actually, it was during the pandemic. My husband and I owned the buildings there in Akron, and the business that was there before had retired and went out of business. And so we had these vacant buildings, and we just needed to do something with them. And so we started up this artisan market retail co-op store.
So do you buy things from people, or do people come and say, I've got something that I think you might be interested in? How does that work?
So it's actually a co-op. So they're renting space from us.
I see what you're saying.
So
okay.
Some of the vendors will rent floor space, some just shelf space, wall space. So it's, more of that.
And what kind of items would you say that you've got now that people should be looking for about this time of the year?
Well, actually, we have something for everyone. We have a lot of handmade items from our artisans and vendors. We have candles and soaps. We have handmade items. There's wood crafts in there. But we also have a lot of new items, too. There's toys and books and clothing.
And are you all decorated for the holidays?
We are.
Tishdale?
We are.
How long have you been decorated? At least just recently?
For the past couple of weeks, we've been working on it, but it's great. We have the tree up and the fireplace lit, and it's just a really great atmosphere. We have our Christmas music playing, and
it's a labor of love, I take it.
It
right?
is. Does
your husband get involved in decorating too?
No.
I kind of thought that would be the case. And what kind of things? What are the big things that you sell? What do you think the people come in most for?
They just come in to shop and just to have a great experience there. We have a lot of people that are regulars, and now that we have expanded our cafe, we have a lot of regulars that come in for coffee, and we're open now from 9 to 5, Tuesdays through Saturdays. So we have our breakfast menu. We also have, it's a limited menu, but we also have soups and sandwiches for lunch. So it's really an experience to come in and shop. And
who decides what the menu is going to be?
That would be me.
That would be you? So I imagine there are good things on the menu,
There are.
Something that you recommend?
Oh, our soups are delicious. We do 1 or 2 soups a day. We also have a muffaletta sandwich, which is a big hit.
Oh, I'm familiar, yes.
Yeah, we put that on a hard roll or a croissant. And then we also have expanded our bakery. We have Simply Dutch, which is actually my sister started up a business, and so she makes homemade pies and hand pies, so those switch up daily. And
oh, that sounds great. You know, I noticed you don't have a purse with you. You don't happen to have a muffaletta sandwich with you. I just thought I'd ask you, just as an aside. Now, shopping can be stressful this time of the year. So if people come in, I can see coming in, and I like the name Mercantile because it kind of gives me like a nostalgic type feel, right? So people will come in and they'll just kind of browse and they'll look around and they'll explore the store. Do you ever make suggestions for individuals?
We do. In fact, I have some wonderful friends that are employees there, and we joke because we have people have their own little personal shoppers there that they can help, with helping them find that perfect gift for the person. And
so all ages? I mean, do people come in with their kids?
Yeah.
They do. So
yes,
you've got kids' toys and things like this. Yeah. You know, the thing used to be big in Christmas, and I don't see it as much anymore, is around Christmas trees, people used to have trains. Remember the train sets?
Yes.
You know, and I see them every once in a while, and I don't see them anymore. And I think they did away with them in my house because we used to break them. But that's something great. And that's something nostalgic. People come in shopping for. Do you have trees and Christmas wreaths?
We do. We have some smaller Christmas trees there. We do have some wreaths. We have ornaments, quite a few ornaments and things like that.
The traditional ceramic Christmas tree. Do you have? My grandmother used to have one of those, and she goes, "That's all we need for Christmas."
Yeah.
I guess, no, it's not. No.
Yeah, well, we don't have any right now, but that's the thing with having over 60 artisans and vendors is you never know what we're going to get. So, tomorrow somebody could bring that in.
Well, that's great. So give me the hours of operation once again.
We're open Tuesday through Saturday, 9 to 5.
Okay, and your location?
We're right on Main Street in the village of Akron. It's 62 Main Street.
Is Akron decked up for the holidays now?
It's going to be, and it's great. The village of Akron just does a great job, and there's other stores there, and it really is like going into a Hallmark movie.
It's kind of, as when I've been in Akron, I kind of feel that way.
Yeah.
When you get on the street, it does kind of feel like a Hallmark street.
Does.
Even
it does.
During the regular part of the year, because it's kind of small and it's quaint and it's, it kind of reminds me of like Niagara on the Lake, or I'm from Lewiston, you get those kind of ideas.
Right.
So that's great. So I think that hopefully the season is going to be very good for you.
Thank you.
And we wish you the very best. We thank you for joining us once again, Ginger Martin, who is the owner of Martin's Mercantile. And for more information, Martin's Mercantile is at 62 Main Street in Akron. Phone number 585-447-9529. The website, www.martinsmercantileakron.com. Sponsorship and promotional consideration for the preceding segment was provided by Martin's Mercantile. Hi, I'm Joe Chilling, mornings from 7 to 9 at Buffalo's oldie station, the Big Weck. Joining us in the Big Weck Buffalo on the Rise today is Rick Balicki, who is the store manager of Airport Plaza Jewelers.
Hey, Joe.
Nice to see you.
Not great to see you. Thanks for having me.
Sorry they didn't give you a hat on the way in.
Darn it, I wish I would have thought myself.
I'm sure if Don was here, he would have a hat on.
He really wanted to be here. Unfortunately, he couldn't. But, he is here in spirit. And I know that he really wished he could be here, so I'm sorry that he's not. But
for those of you who are interested in getting Don on a stick, we can tell you afterwards where you can get one just like this. That's very good. That's very good. Okay, so to Airport Plaza Jewelers. Now, are you a jewelry store? Are you a coin buyer? Are you a pawn shop? I mean, what exactly are you?
We are actually all of the above, except a pawn shop. We do not do loans, but it's true we buy jewelry. We've been buying it for years. We buy coins. We have a lot of beautiful antique estate jewelry. So if you're looking for something like that, please come on in and visit us. You will not be disappointed with the selection that we have. But most of what we sell is new.
You know, it's funny because at one point I came in to see Don, and I was always a watch guy. So like every year, a couple of years, I'd buy a new watch. You know, and it was always really nice looking, and it was, you know, I wouldn't buy the cheap things, you know, and it always had a great band and things like this on it.
Sure.
And I brought him in, and he bought them from me, and, you know, it was great.
Yeah, we do enjoy watches. You know, pre-owned Rolex is probably our best seller, but we do have folks that come in and you know, look for the vintage watches, and we have a beautiful selection of those as well. And yeah, it's funny. I mean, we really enjoy them, and so again, yeah, for the folks at home, if you're looking for a watch for that special someone this Christmas, please come on in and take a look.
Yeah, you should really go in and see Rick or Don, because if you're going up to somebody and you're buying it out of the trunk of a car, not a good idea.
Not a good idea.
I'm just telling you. Okay, so tell me about some of the other things that you sell at Airport Plaza Jewelers.
Well, I tell you, we sell a lot of gold, chains, bracelets, pendants, earrings. Of course, diamond engagement rings and diamond jewelry are big sellers for us, but gemstone jewelry, and of course, as you mentioned, coins and metal bullion as well, too, gold and silver bullion.
And what kind of items do you buy? And when you do buy items, do you have to dicker back and forth with people?
You know, some people just enjoy that part of the process. Mm-hmm. You know, we've been buying jewelry for years and years and years, and we've always been paying the highest prices in Western New York. And the funny thing is, you know, the old gold that we buy, and condition doesn't matter. You know, a lot of folks will sometimes forget that most of what we buy is melted down, and that's what we use to build new jewelry. And some of it gets refined as well, but you know, condition doesn't matter. So if you have broken gold, damaged jewelry, pieces with stones missing, none of that matters at all. And with gold being where it's at today, it's at almost an all-time high. It's a great time to get rid of things like that if you're no longer going to be using them.
And what again do you do with this gold? Do you refine it? Do you do it yourself, or what happens?
So, well, we have folks that help us along the way with that. But yeah, we melt it down so we can use your old jewelry to make something for you if you wanted to do something like that, or we melt it down and use it to build new pieces of jewelry for other folks as well.
And now you said gold is almost at an all-time high?
Almost at an all-time high, yeah. It was a little bit higher than it is right now, but it dropped down just a little bit, but it's still a fantastic time. You know, gold is up 30% from where it was on January 1st. I mean, it's amazing. Really? It's amazing.
So I've got to ask you this. Have you ever actually held a gold bar?
Yes.
You have?
A number of times, actually. It's, I'll tell you, when you're holding 10 ounces of gold in your hand, it really feels like something. It really does.
Really, does it feel like Don's got his arm around you saying, hey, you're not going anywhere with that, buddy?
No.
That's the way it really works out. So it's a good time to either buy or sell gold right now?
It is. You know, and the thing is, on the buying end of it, you know, even though gold is up a little bit, a lot of folks are forecasting that it's going to be going up higher. So if you're thinking of buying a nice piece of gold jewelry, I'd suggest, now is a great time to do so before it gets, it goes any higher, because that, of course, affects whatever you're going to buy. And pieces and parts that we buy from manufacturers, they're very aware of where gold is, and prices are constantly changing, and unfortunately more recently going up.
Rick, this may sound like a weird question, but is there any sort of guarantee or warranty on the things that you sell?
Yes, and in fact, there's a lifetime warranty, and we do not charge for it. We know there's a lot of stores out there. The big box stores are charging for a warranty, and we sort of chuckle at that a little bit, because you're paying hundreds of dollars for this warranty, so you're sort of prepaying for the repairs that you're eventually going to need on your jewelry. We encourage people to come in and have their jewelry cleaned and checked, and we help to maintain it along the way, so we can catch little things before they become bigger issues down the road for you.
Thing that I've always loved are pocket watches. The ones with the SG, you click them and they open up?
Yes.
I don't know why, but those to me were like, that's it.
You know what? I'll tell you, if you like the old Westerns and you see that, you see the folks doing that with the old watches, but in reality, you really shouldn't click them. And the reason why is you can actually wear the catch, especially if it's a gold watch. So the funny thing is, I watch those old Westerns and hear that click and think, oh boy, you keep doing that, you're going to wear that baby out.
So there you hear it from Rick. Don't wear out your clicker. Thank you very much, Rick Balicki. We really appreciate it. Rick Balicki from Airport Plaza Jewelers at the showroom on Union, 4230 Union Road, 4230 Union Road, Cheektowaga, 716-580-3424, and the web, www.theshowroomonunion.com. Sponsorship and promotional consideration for the preceding segment was provided by Airport Plaza Jewelers. I know it's hard to believe. I'm Joe Chili, mornings from 7 to 9 on Buffalo's oldie station, the Big Weck. Joining us on the Big Weck Buffalo on the Rise today is Linda Lund from Babcia's Pierogis. How are you?
Good. How are you today,
You're looking
Joe?
very stylish. You're looking very
thank
much in
you.
the season.
Thank you. I tried.
That's very nice. We have food here, and I'm just kind of ignoring that for the first part of our discussion today. But what is Christmas season like at the Broadway Market?
It's entirely different than Easter. But at Christmas time, we get a lot of the traditionalists or the purists. I'll call them the purists. Your people that come in, they come to the market to pick up everything for their Christmas dinner.
Okay.
So they come in for their pierogi, their sausage, their potato pancakes or latkes, whatever you want to call them. They'll go to the butcher for all their hams. So it's different. It's not as hectic as Easter, but it's a nice, busy, steady crowd.
I want to know, like in Easter, you've got like the butter lamb. Mm-hmm. For Christmas, do you have like a butter, I don't know, snowman? I don't know. There's nothing? Butter reindeer?
I don't know if they might have like a butter tree. I don't know. But what we do have as far as Polish, we have what's called a płatek, which is not at all, it's not like a butter lamb or anything like that. But it's a communion host that goes with your dinner. So
Really?
that when you break bread, yes. So that's something different that we carry for Christmas time.
Is it like the same consistency of a host?
Yes.
Is it like that?
It is. And there are, it comes in a package. There's a white host, and it has the Last Supper on it. It has your, some of them don't. Some of them will have Christmas trees and different Christmas scenes. But there is a white one for humans, and then a pink one for your pets.
A white one for humans and a pink one for my pets.
Yes.
This is bringing up a whole new version of Christmas that I never thought of before.
Existed.
When I think of hosts, I mean, God forbid, there's no real taste to them. Is there taste to this? Is it just?
No, there isn't. It's part of our Vigilia. So it's part of the Christmas vigil. And before the dinner starts, when you're saying your prayers, a płatek gets passed down from the oldest one to the oldest person in the family down to the youngest as a sign of good health and love. And
well, that's pretty interesting.
yeah, it is.
So when you talk about Christmas, the season, when you talk about Christmas dinner, what would Christmas dinner, a Polish Christmas dinner, be like?
So a Polish Christmas dinner is a Vigilia,
Okay.
which is a vigil. And the Vigilia consists, it's generally a meatless dinner. Some families have changed it over the years. Our Vigilia consists of fried fish, herring. We do shrimp and scallops, mushroom soup. It has pierogi, of course, potato. It's a potato noodle fried with sauerkraut, fruit compotes, all different types of meatless entrees to go with your dinner.
Well, sounds pretty good. You said compotes, not compost.
Not compotes.
Hang on, just want to make sure. When you start talking about some of the food that we have here today, can you describe for us what is actually here?
So what I brought with me today is some of our traditional Polish comfort foods. So we have potato pancakes, we have our cheese pierogi with caramelized onions, sweet sour red cabbage with smoked Polish sausage, and gołąbki, which are cabbage rolls.
Okay, so what am I going to taste here today?
So I think today you're, if you'd like, would you like to try some potato pancakes and pierogi?
Sure, I'm open to that.
Sure.
Yep. Anything that John DeShulo didn't touch.
He had gloves on.
Okay, good. We're good then. Okay. So yeah. Okay.
All right. Let's see if I can. Yeah.
Watch this. I'm going to try to eat on TV again.
Yeah, and let's see if we can do this neatly. The potato pancakes are the tough ones. They're hard to move around. Let's get this one. So I have some applesauce and some sour cream for your potato pancakes.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and honestly, we have, for those who celebrate Hanukkah, we have a lot of people that order the potato pancakes for their Hanukkah meal.
All right.
We can do more
Oh,
if you'd like.
yeah. So, thank you.
You're
So,
welcome.
Here we go. Let me see if I can have some of this without dripping it down the front of me. All right. Now, I'm trying to talk and eat at the same time. And the caramelized onions.
Yeah,
They're very good.
thank you.
And on top of the pancake, is it potato pancake as well?
We put applesauce and sour cream. And everybody has their own taste, but years ago, my sister-in-law actually introduced me to combining the applesauce and sour cream. I personally think that's the only way to eat them. A lot of people will eat them even for breakfast. They'll have them with eggs, bacon. So you can enjoy them for breakfast or dinner.
And for the benefit of the kids that may be watching, you can't do chocolate chip potato pancakes.
I'm not sure how that would taste, but we could try.
This is really good. And I noticed that you've got Glumpkies, you've got sausage as well. And what's that around the sausage?
That is our sweet sour red cabbage. So it has, sweet sour red cabbage is made with red wine vinegar, bacon, caramelized onions, brown sugar. So it's a nice side dish. It's also really good served in sausage sandwiches.
Oh, that's
so,
okay.
you know, if you were having a party, catered parties, we do a lot of office parties, things like that. It makes a really nice sandwich with some honey mustard.
All right, and how can people avail themselves from all this great food?
They can give us a call. Our phone number is 716-436-3894. We do a lot of drop-off catering this time of year. We do anything from traditional Polish foods to chicken marsala, fried fish, pork chops.
We're going to run the gamut.
Absolutely.
That's great. And your website?
Babcia'spierogi.com.
Linda Lund from Babcia's Pierogi, thank you, and thanks for bringing all this wonderful food today, too. Babcia's Pierogi at the Broadway Market and locations throughout Western New York, 716-436-3894. The website, www.babciaspierogi.com. Sponsorship and promotional consideration for the preceding segment was provided by Babcia's Pierogi.
Thanks for watching this edition of the Big Weck Presents Buffalo on the Rise. For information on this and other shows, go to our website, bigweck.com, and find out how you can participate on the program if you're a hometown business. I'm Joe Chili. Thanks for watching and listening to the Big Weck, Buffalo's oldie station.
The Big Weck Presents Buffalo on the Rise was sponsored by Dr. Kaplansky Dental Implants. Get new permanent teeth in 24 hours with our exclusive Teeth Now process.